Hi guys, this is Ryan Wells. He's currently top 8 at Rochester Regionals. He's about to play his top matches or whatever. So we're going to do a deck profile on his what deck?
This is Chaos Pipers.
Alright, cool. So let's get into it.
Alright, the basic engine of the deck, and it's very much the MVP, is triple Mystic Piper. Basically, the whole deck basically revolves around number 1, so essentially the idea is to get +2 every time you use him. So I run triple with him. Piper's best friend, and pretty much one of the funniest cards in his deck, is 2 Kinkabayus. Pretty much he brings back any level 1 from grave. So the ideal play, Kinkabayu, Piper, bring it back, and then you still get Piper's effect. Kinkabayu also has the effect that he must return to the hand at the end phase. It opens up a lot of combos later on. A couple of hand defense that I also play, it's really phenomenal for the deck, is double Battle Fader. Sometimes you just open up bad and you just need that extra defense, and he gives you that extra edge. To go along with Battle Fader, I run double Caius. Caius is really useful late on in the game if you have your opponent down a lot and you just need that extra maybe 1,000.
Caius do work today?
Caius did a lot of good work. He actually just won me my last game versus Gadgets. He was down to 800 points. Caius banished himself the game. I run double DD Crow. Every deck, they target in the graveyard. They might not realize they do, but everyone plays Reborns. A lot of decks play Calls now. So DD Crow it gives you a +1 for Piper because you reveal grade 1 and then you draw again. And plus, no one really expects anyone to main DD Crows nowadays. I run the basic Tour Guide engine as well. Double Tour Guide. Singing Search basically my entire deck.
No Night Assailant?
And then Night Assailant.
Oh, there it is. Alright.
Along with that, I run triple Effect Failure for tuning power, and it's a level 1, and it's a boss hand trap. Another hand trap I also play is double Trags. Trag's actually way too good in this deck because you're always building up your hand when you get a chance. So you take minor damage and you drop Trag and you can just get a really beefy Trag. Then I do the Chaos build, or one more hand trap, I'm sorry, which is Gores. Gores is just
standard, yeah.
Too good. Now I do the Chaos build, 1 Chaos Sorcerer, and then his buddy BLS. I never really used to run this in my original version, but since I'm doing Chaos, I was like, might as well have fun with it in this regional, so I might as well take the whole deck seriously. So I also run a minor plant engine. I run 1 Spore, simply if it's level 1 and it's a tuner. And then Dandy to go with the Spore. You get Dandy, Spore's effect, plus Dandy, you get the tokens. It just works hand in hand with everything. One thing about this deck that not a lot of people run is the level 1 text I use. Mechlord, Emperor Weisel. Incredibly broken in the deck. Again, you get the +1 from Piper. If you reveal it, you get another one. You get to draw again. And if my monsters are destroyed by any card effect, he drops, even in damage step. And once per turn, he can negate 1 spell that my opponents activate. The only downside is he can be the only monster to attack, but he's a 25 beater, so not really much to complain with. And I also run 1 Symphonic Warrior basis. He's funny if I want to go for an extra tuning power. He gains +1 level for every card in my hand.
Is that all he does? Or?
That's really the only good thing it does because he targets himself. I mean, he can remove himself to select another one and increase his level by ×2, basically. That's about it. Another one, my other level 1 tech is DD Sprite. Sprite is, he's pretty much a backup for Piper or Kinkabayu, mainly. Basically, if any of those get Veilered, drop DD Sprite, it banishes it, and then it comes back in the next day of my phase and their effects are reinstated. That sums up for the monsters.
That's a big monster count. Do you know how many there are by chance?
There are 28.
28.
See you tomorrow at school. Like, what table you get moved up to?
Now for the spells lineup. Triple creature swap. Creature swap is way too good for the deck. Pretty much the primary play for creature swap is you let your opponent go off, and then you drop King of Bayou. King of Bayou, bring back Piper, and then creature swap with King of Bayou. And then King of Bayou, since it's effective as a spirit, returns to your hand even from your opponent's side.
Do you have any specific examples from the day on where creature swap put in some work?
I do. One of the funniest ones today is actually I was going against Fire Fist, and he went off. He went into Tiger King, and then he had Bear on the field, and he just set his back row and said go. And then I drew with the King of Bayou. King of Bayou effect Piper. They didn't do anything to disrupt it. So I went off, and then I dropped creature swap. And then I let him choose because I was gonna +1 off either one, and he actually gave me the Tiger King. And I actually dropped, right after that, I dropped Mind Control and took Spare. So either way, I was going to get them both. That actually won me my games 1 and 2, creature swap. Another key card for the deck is 1-for-1. 1-for-1, especially with the Plant Engine. You do 1-for-1 with Dandy, Spore, Sprite, and basically I send one monster and you special summon one level 1 monster from your deck to the field. And then Foolish Burial, simply because of the Plant Engine. I end up siding out Foolish along with the Plant Engine, depending on what games I'm going into. I ended up siding out the whole Plant Engine when I went against Geargias. Of course, I run the staple Monster Reborn. It's too broken because simply you can go off, especially with tuning power. One heavy actually just won me round 7.
That's what happens. Trinity wins games, man.
It's too good. Triple MST.
All right, so let's talk about why you run 3 here for a second.
I run 3 because honestly it gives me more room to side out depending on what my opponents are playing. I know if I'm playing against dragons, I'm going to keep 2 in and side out 1, simply because a lot of Chaos Dragons, they don't main traps. I run 3 basically primarily for Fire Fist.
Gotcha.
Coming in today, I knew Fire Fist was going to be a big deal, and I needed a backup, and that was my backup. I run 1 Book of Moon. Just the average staple. It's too good. 1 Mind Control, again, helped me win multiple games today. 1 Dark Hole, and then 1 Pot of Avarice. The whole deck together is a 42 card build for main deck.
No traps.
No traps whatsoever.
All right,
I'll go to the side deck than the extra deck.
that's fun.
For the side deck, 2 Thunder Kings.
Sure.
Simply because a lot of decks this format rely on adding from deck, especially with the Mermails, Spellbooks. It doesn't completely destroy him, but it slows him down.
It's got to have a nice, or it's got to be nice to have a beater to side into.
Oh
too,
yeah,
with
it's a 19 beater, and it can get rid of synchros and overlays for the special summon. Cyber Dragon, simply for gadgets, send mains, that's it. Double Kaiko, the Ghost Destroyer, Chaos Dragons, and actually Spellbooks too. Spellbooks, a lot. I've been noticing the Spellbooks are siding in Secret Village, which you can activate spells, or yeah, just spells, unless you control a face up with the Spellcaster type monster. And Piper is a Spellcaster, but he's not a strong one at all. So Kaiko is good, and plus Spellbooks banish from the grave to activate effects, so Kaiko gives me a good +2. And then Gemini Imps. Gemini Imps is, I think, really broken this format when it comes to Mermails, because they go to Moan Glacia effect. If they touch this card, it destroys that card, and I draw 1.
And they skip their battle phase. So.
And they skip their battle phase. Let's go on to the traps. I run Double Torrential, simply for spams, wind-ups, Chaos Dragons, Rabbits, 6 Ams, anything that spams, I have decided.
Everything but Piper.
Everything but Piper. Double Compulsory. It primarily to get around Zen mains or anything. If they just sit on overlays, or even if they just start going off with synchros, Compulse saves the day. It even helps out versus Priestess, because if Priestess activates effect, you bounce it, and they can reveal another one, but they can't do the effect again. Double Shadow Prison Mirror, Insectors and Dark Worlds, even people that run Tour Guides. One deck Debbie, simply because I run Caius, and then Tribute Caius, anything like, if I was going against Mirror Match or even Chaos Dragons, some of the spellbooks actually are really hurt by that, and then double Crossout. Crossout primarily for Chaos Dragons. Now for the extra deck, one Zen mains, one Leviathan, one Maestro, one Formula. Formula is the most broken synchro of the whole deck. One Librarian.
Me and you, buddy. Table
Librarian is another just broken card for the whole deck. Gaia Knight. Sometimes you just need that actual, push, and he gives me it.
It's a Synchro Pearl.
Basically. Scrap. Sometimes I find myself in situations where I don't want to both field with Black Rose. Scrap Archangel is just that next, he's the next best thing for it. And then Black Rose. I run double Stardust. I actually got out both Stardust in one game today versus Chaos Dragons. So they didn't really have anything they could do for dad or anything. Colossal Fighter won me my game 4, or game 5, I'm sorry. One Scrap. Primarily Scrap. I was able to combo a lot off it today with Dandy. One Field Marshal. And then one Chimera Tech. And then I just run the 2 tokens for Dandy. That is the deck.
Alright, well, this deck went technically X2 today, but we're going to say X1 because
Yeah, one of those games I got cheated on.
there was a fake judge, basically. A guy acting like a judge gave a ruling that was incorrect. So we're going to say X1.5. He's still in the top 8. He's actually going up against this guy right here, Josh LeBlanc. Well, yeah, good luck, Ryan.
Thank you.